Heyo duckies, Andi Lippy here, and it's finally here. OBS 27.2 is here. It has dropped and it is so exciting. I'm going to take you through it on this video, show you how to get it all installed, get yourself up to date, and also how to back up just in case something goes wrong. Let's just get into it, shall we? Put your rocket to the stone. Right, I just want to say, like 80% of you guys aren't subscribed. Do you not like the content that I do? I don't know. Like, is it just not helping you? Should I hang my boots up? I don't know. Just press the subscribe button. It literally doesn't cost anything. Helps me out. Helps us all out. I make more content. We all win. I don't know why I'm holding my breath. Let's get on with it. Right, so there are a few ways that you can get the new update for OBS, which is OBS 27.2, and you can do that if you open up OBS yourself and go up to the help button. You'll see a check for updates just there. You can select that and then it'll get it all downloaded and easy to install. It'll restart OBS for you, all that jazz. Or if that's not working at all for you, you can actually go straight to the OBS website. As you can see just here, it'll say latest release is 27.2. I'll leave the link in the description, and you select whatever platform you're using. I select Windows, and it just starts downloading as easy as that. And that's a standard exe file. Just open it, press next, 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 all that jazz, and then it's all installed, ready to go. You'll be able to tell that you're all installed on 27.2 correctly because it'll say OBS 27.2 in the top left corner. If it doesn't, it means something's gone wrong on the installation. So make sure that the installation file path is the exact file path where OBS currently is on your computer. So a really important message just before we get to the ins and outs on OBS 27.2, any of you Twitch streamers out there, which is probably most of you, you are gonna have to make sure you are on OBS 27.2 by the end of February, and that is because Twitch are changing their API. This basically means any older versions of OBS, you're not going to be able to log into your account or use any of your Twitch information in there. So like using chat and different things like that, you will not be able to use it. So just make sure you are up to date before the end of Feb. So the first feature I want to show you is blending mode. So here I am in OBS 27.2. And I've got two images, one of the StreamUp logo. If you don't know what StreamUp is, check it out, link below. It'll elevate your streams, crazy, and a pattern in the background. If we click on the top layer, we can right click it and go to blending mode. And you'll see straight away we get a few different options. If I change it to say additive, you'll see these blending options just work like they would in Photoshop. Let's check another one out, shall we? Subtract, and you can see, and it's just so easy to use. I've been waiting for this feature for so long. And as a little bonus, I'm going to show you a cheeky little effect that you can get with this. So I'm inside OBS and I've got just a single video capture device, which is my webcam, and I've put it on a scene. I'm going to go to my blank scene that I've got just here and add the webcam scene straight in. So we'll add that in, but I'm going to add it twice, okay? So we're going to press add, go to scene, webcam scene, and we've added it in there. So I've got two of the same scene that are both here. So if I turn one off, the other one's still on. If I turn them both off, they're both gone. On the top one, I'm going to right click it and go to blending mode and go to subtract. And subtract basically, because both of these scenes are exactly the same, they're working against one another. So it makes it pitch black, so it cancels each other out. So on the top one, I'm actually going to go to my transform menu, which is Control E in case you didn't know. And I'm just going to move the X position just by 2 pixels. And now I've got this really cool effect. Then this is not even using a shader filter or anything like that, and as I move around it looks super cool. You could add even more effects to this, like shader filters as well, which would make it look even better. But that just gives you a brief look at exactly what you can do with this. OBS have also updated their Chromium version for the browser sources to CEF95. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means? Who knows what that means? Words. Basically, it's going to be improving performance, and it's also going to give you access to more CSS properties. So if you use a lot of browser sources, or you're kind of next level, like my good friend Lifesaver, it's going to definitely help you in your content and just unlock more possibilities. We like possibilities. Possibilities are good. This next one is a must-have for anyone using the Move Transition plugin or any plugin or filter for that matter. If we add a filter and we'll add Exceldro's Move Transition plugin, so we'll add the Move Source filter just there, press OK. You remember how many features are in this plugin, really difficult to see and scroll down. Well, now we can completely change the size of the window, making this so much more accessible, and hopefully it will help you discover settings you might have not used before. This is another super useful one for any of you guys that use hotkeys out there. Have you ever accidentally added multiple hotkeys of the same and you're like, why am I triggering like loads of different things with this one hotkey? Well, now you can jump into the settings menu, go to hotkeys, and you can actually filter by a specific hotkey to see what's in use. On top of that, if you accidentally use the same hotkey twice, then it will actually give you an error. It won't say exactly what's being used by it, but you can search for that hotkey, and then you'll be able to work out, right, I need to use a different hotkey for that specific tool or whatever you're using the hotkey for. That will definitely save you some head scratches as well, and it's so easy to use. Another really nice subtle change is the fact that anytime you've got an audio source and it's muted, it'll turn grayscale, so a nice kind of easy way for you to see if that source is currently active, and you can still see what audio levels are like as well, so you can see if it's peaking before you turn it on, etc. Whereas before it just used to deaden it so you couldn't see it. Exceldro's actually added that to the audio monitor plugin as well, which is really handy too. This next one is super cool for anybody that pulls up OBS whilst they're streaming or even recording videos. You know that horrible repeating effect that just looks insane, it looks a mess and it just messes with your head. Well, now you can actually hide OBS from the display capture. So you just hit settings and then you go to the general tab and hit hide OBS windows from screen capture. Then just hit OK, and as if by magic, it's just completely disappeared. It's just like it doesn't exist. Poof, magic. If for any reason that you're having issues with OBS 27.2, I actually did have a couple of issues which I've been working with Exceldro to kind of fix, then you can actually roll back at any point. So if you jump to this link that I'm showing you right now, go right down to the bottom, you can actually see all the different versions of OBS that have been ever created. So you can roll back to any version that you want. You just need to select the file type that you want to download, whether it be for the Windows or for Mac, etc. And then just get that installed and it'll overwrite on your OBS and you'll be back on your previous version. So I think we can all agree there are some insane things coming in OBS 27.2 and I hope you guys enjoy them. If you do have any issues at all, make sure you do share the crash logs with the OBS team because it could be a plugin issue. Make sure you do share them with the plugin creators as well, and hopefully we can get all the fixes and get this like, oh, you know what I mean? It just makes a more pleasant experience for us all and it supports the devs as well. If you have any questions for me, make sure you do bang them in the comments, like the video, all that jazz. It really goes a long way to supporting me. And then finally, a huge thanks to all these people just here, as without them, I would not be making the content for you guys today. So if you want to consider joining Patreon or YouTube members from £1 a month to support me, then that would be a massive thanks, all right? And check one of these videos out here because it will take your stream to the next level. Put you rocking with the stone.